Just sitting with the awareness of really the power of your own heart, mind, body. And as you breathe and move with awareness, that space of clarity that can arise, you might just listen for the heart. Right? How can I serve? How can I help? What can I do right now in this moment that serves awakening? So with your next breath or two, you might choose to bow your head. Maybe you blink the eyes open and just take in your surroundings with your eyes. You can lift your gaze forward. If you'd like, you can bring your palms to touch each other in front of the chest and just take a full breath in, rising through the crown, broadening the collarbone. So again, it's really a gesture of taking your seat, arriving here. And then as you exhale, interlace the fingers, press the palms forward. And as you inhale, reach the arms overhead. We're going to stay lifted with the arms. They don't have to be straight overhead, wherever feels comfortable, where you can still breathe without any pain. Just reach up through the arms, drop down through the hips. Maybe you even turn your gaze up, look up. Breathing here, take another inhale. And then we're just going to lean to the right as we exhale. So you might shift your gaze. I just turned my gaze forward as I leaned to the right. Soften the hips down, draw in below the navel, reaching, leaning to the right. One more exhale. And then inhale, rising center. And exhale, leaning to the left. So we're just going to stay and abide with the breath here for a moment. So drawing the ribs in, pressing through the palms, leaning to the left. Take another exhale. And then inhale, rise all the way back up. This time, release the arms. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Right? So take your time. You don't have to get all the way there right away. And just bowing forward, lengthening the arms forward, the hips back, breathing. The simplest thing, showing up, breathing, noticing where you are, on the inside, on the outside. Take another full exhale here. And then let's rise on the inhale and lift the arms and maybe look up. And then just bringing arms down, exhaling. Good. So let's roll down onto our back, as we often do at this point. So just roll onto your back, maybe walk your feet in towards your sitting bones a little bit. And we might take the feet a little wider than the hips and touch the knees together and just take a pause on your back. Right? Just being settled for a moment. So sometimes when we invite ourselves into the present moment, there can be resistance. When we really look inside, there can be many, many layers of resistance. So sometimes we just take a moment and soften, let it go. Any resistance right here, softening the head, the shoulders, even the belly. And then let's bring the arms to our sides, heel toe the feet a little closer together so that they're about hip distance apart. And using your feet on the earth, let's take an inhale and lift the hips up. And it doesn't have to be a big lift. You're just engaging the legs, acting with the legs to help lift the hips and expand the chest. Let the head and shoulders be heavy, using the legs to lift you up, soften into the earth with your exhale. Take another inhale, maybe lifting a little higher or just sensing a little bit more spaciousness. And then exhale, lowering all the way down. Let's do this again. Inhale, lifting up. So it's simple. You're just rising and breathing. Rising, breathing, noticing where you are right now, who you are right now. Any resistance, if you can soften it, expand a little bit with the breath. Take another inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down. One more time, we're going to just lift the hips up. Again, any amount. This time, maybe you choose to interlace your fingers underneath you. Broaden the collarbones, grounded to the feet. Find some space to breathe. Right? Abide with yourself in these moments. Really know yourself deeply in these moments. Listening for the heart. Take another inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Lower all the way down. Good. Let's lift the legs so that the shins are parallel to the floor and the thighs are perpendicular. And then we'll reach the arms overhead with the palms touching. Take an inhale here. Draw in below the navel. Hug the legs together. As you exhale, lift and reach to the right, curling up with the head and shoulders. Inhale, lie down. Keep hugging the legs, drawing in below the navel. Exhale, lift and reach to the left. Again, inhale, lie down, arms reach. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Inhale, lie down again. Exhale, lift and reach to the left. We're going to keep doing this a few more times, just moving at a range of motion that feels wise for you. Exhale, lifting and reaching to the right. Inhale, lying down. Again, exhaling to the left. So we're going to do 2 more on each side, but we're going to hold the position for an extra breath, a lifted position. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Stay here, inhale, and exhale, reach more. And then inhale, lie down, arms reach overhead. One last time, exhale, lift and reach to the left. Stay for an inhale and an exhale, abiding with a little bit of discomfort here. One more inhale, lie down. And then exhale, rest, right? Bring your feet down, arms down, and just rest for a moment. Maybe feet wide and knees together. Take a full exhale. Notice any resistance, right? Sometimes when we do something that's more challenging, when there's discomfort, the resistance really builds inside. So as much as you can, that practice of self-study, of really awakening to the truth of the present moment, means letting that go. Take another exhale. And then let's take the feet as wide as the yoga mat, turn the toes away from each other, tip the knees to the right. Tip the knees to the right, right hand on belly, left arm reaching overhead. So it's a little bit of this open twist that we often do. And then just lengthening the pit of the knee and the left fingertips away from each other. And again, sensing resistance. And if it's there, could you make a loving gesture to yourself and soften it? Take another full exhale. Inhale, come back to center, switch the hands and switch the knees. And breathing. So knees are tipping to the left, left hand on belly, right arm overhead. And then you just show up here with some clarity, with some honesty. Take another full exhale. And then let's inhale, rise back to center. And exhale, just pause. Just be still for a moment. So we're going to stretch the legs out onto the yoga mat in front of you. Hug the legs together, interlace the fingers, reach the arms overhead. So we're stretching long front to back, stretching long front to back. Take a full breath, inhaling. And then exhale, hug the right knee in, clasp the hands onto the shin. And so I like to, for me, it feels useful to lengthen the left leg as I squeeze the right knee down to the armpit. So there's a lengthening of the left leg and a squeezing of the knee down, really engaging here. So sensing you have a body, you have a heart, you have a mind. Can you act in a wise and loving way? Take a full breath, softening a little bit as you exhale. And then inhale, let's reach the right leg up to the ceiling, clasping anywhere on the leg. Another inhale, lengthening both legs. And then exhale, curling head and shoulders, bowing head to knee, and drawing leg in towards you. Inhale, rest your head down. Exhale, release your right leg out to meet your left leg. Let's do the same thing other side, hugging left, or let's stretch the legs out, the arms out, inhaling, stretching long, and then just bringing left knee in as you exhale. And you're just sinking the knee to the armpit and lengthening the right leg and breathing. Sensing as you engage wholeheartedly with the present moment, is there resistance inside? Is there discomfort? Could you soften it? What would that take? Take another exhale here. And then reach the left leg up to the ceiling, holding anywhere on the leg. And it doesn't have to be totally straight, but just lengthening it up. Take an inhale here. And then curling and bowing head to knee as you draw a leg towards your face, exhale. Take a full breath here, exhale one more time. And then inhale, rest the head down. And exhale, outstretch the left leg to meet the right leg. Let's stretch the arms away from the legs, fingers interlaced, palms to the back, inhaling. And then hug both knees in as we exhale. So just squeezing the knees in, rocking gently side to side or front to back. Right? Let it be a comforting gesture. You can receive that as well. Take a full breath, just softening into the present moment a little bit, listening. And then we'll rock up and around and come onto our hands and knees one way or another. So you can roll to the side, you can rock straight up. And if it would be useful to have a pillow or a blanket or a towel under your knees, just take a moment for that. Give yourself that space. Let's bring the hands and knees to the floor. And then we'll do about 5 full deep breaths of cat-cow. So as you're inhaling, arch the back, looking up, broad chest. As you're exhaling, curling, bowing, rounding, drawing deeply in below the navel. Again, inhaling, arching the back, looking up, broadening the chest. And exhaling, curling, scooping, bowing, rounding. Good. Keep going with your breath. Breathing through the nose if you can. Inhale, arching the back, looking up. Exhaling, curling, scooping, bowing, rounding. So as you abide in the present moment, inhale again, arching. Really sensing the power of your mind, your body, your heart to be engaged, to take action in each moment. Let's take one more breath, inhaling. And exhaling last time to curl, bow, scoop, and round the back. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, pause. Let's take the right leg, stretch it back, tuck the toes so you're in a half plank. Tuck the toes. Use this as an opportunity to be grounded and to find your way a little bit more deeply inside. So to me, how that resonates is that midline connection from the knitting together the pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, drawing in below navel and lengthening from heel to crown. You might then add left arm reaching forward, and you could even lift your right toes and find a balance here. Reach and lengthen front to back. Take a full breath here, inhaling. And then bring left hand to the earth, pull the knee to the nose, curling in, bow the head to the knee, exhale. Inhale, reach it straight back again, and then bring the knee to the ground, exhaling. Let's do the same thing, other side, left leg stretching back, tuck the toes, and just take that moment. Each and every moment, an opportunity to be awake. And being awake ultimately means being responsive, accessing your power to move through the world with awareness. So embodying that in your own way right here, drawing in and lengthening front to back. Maybe you add the right arm reaching forward. Maybe you even lift the left toes, right? So you're balancing. Take a full breath, reaching, lengthening. Another full inhalation. And then bring the right hand to the floor, pull the knee to the nose, curling in, bow the head to the knee, exhaling. Inhale, reaching back again. And then exhale, bring the knee to the ground. We're going to do a similar thing, but turn it into a modified side plank. So take the right leg back, tuck the toes, drop the right heel, and swing the left shin back. We're going to balance on the left hand, and maybe you bring right hand to right hip, or maybe you reach it overhead. Reaching through the right arm, grounding into the right foot, Can you draw in below the navel? Is there a little more space when you do, when you really affirm this moment from the inside? Take another inhale, taking your seat in this moment. One more lengthening breath. And then exhale, bring the right hand to the ground. Lift the right toes as you inhale. And then knee to nose again, curling in, bowing head to knee, exhaling. Inhale, reaching back again. And then back to tabletop, exhale. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left leg back, toes are tucked. Drop the left heel, swing the right shin back, and come onto your left or your right hand here. So left hand comes to hip. You can stay right there or reach the left arm overhead, right? And then take your seat in the present moment, right? Get clear, get grounded. And then ask yourself, how can I help? What can I do? How can I serve in this moment? So find that truth from the inside and express it as you take your next inhale. And then exhale, come back to the starting position, left hand down, right knee down, up on the left toes. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, the left leg, pull the knee to the nose, curling in, bow the head to the knee. Good. Inhale, reaching back. And then both knees on the ground, exhaling. Let's bring forearms to the floor and step the feet back into forearm plank, please. So forearm plank, pressing with the elbows, lifting the inner thighs, broadening the collarbones. Start to breathe if you haven't already. Just forearm plank, right? This is challenging. This is uncomfortable. Can you practice just abiding here, showing up? Take another inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down. We're going to broaden the collarbones into Sphinx pose. So reach the legs back and down, lift the chest up, maybe just looking up slightly. Take another inhale here. And then really lower down and rest all the way as you exhale. You can turn your head to the side. You can have your forehead down. Take a moment with the simplicity of the breath and the earth rising up to meet you. Let's take one more exhale. We're going to rise into forearm plank again. This time we're going to add in our forearm side plank on each side as well. So coming into forearm plank first, lifting the inner thighs, grounding into the elbows, broadening the back, breathing. Grounding the elbows and even hugging the arms together. So just exploring ways that you can act, right, with your body, with your breath that give you that internal support so you can be more spacious, more clear, more awake, even in this moment. One more exhale. Let's roll onto our right forearm, inhaling. And you can touch your right knee to the ground if that's helpful. You can even keep your left hand on the floor. Maybe hand to hip or left arm reaching overhead. Take another full breath here, lengthening. Inhale. Exhale, back to forearm plank. Let's roll onto the left side. Forearm side plank on the left. Grounding the left elbow. Pick your variation, right? Be honest, be clear. Take a breath here, lengthening. One more inhale. Good. Let's exhale. Bring the right elbow down, forearm plank. Take an inhale. And then lower the hips down. Exhale. Broad chest. Draw in below the navel. Lift up into Sphinx. If you'd like to lift up off of your elbows onto your hands, you're welcome to. Take another full inhale wherever you are. And then exhale, bowing all the way down. Maybe you stack your hands and rest your forehead down, or turn your head to the side. Full breath in, full breath out, just sensing where the resistance arises. Can you let it go? What would support that? Take another full exhale here. We're going to do all of that one more time. Okay, so we're going to start with forearm plank. Elbows down, tuck the toes, lift up. So that's all forearm plank. One or both knees on the ground is just fine. Otherwise, just using your elbows, using your legs, using your breath. Can you show up here with more clarity, more honesty? Take another full exhale. And then we'll roll onto our right forearm and choose your variation. Hand to hip, arm overhead, hand on the floor. Take some breaths. See where you are in this moment. Take another breath, inhaling, and then exhale. Let's come back to forearm plank. Roll into the other side, left side. Last time with this, rolling open. Choose your variation. Abide here with the breath. Right? Take your seat right here. Take another full breath, inhale. And then exhale, let's come back to forearm plank. Take another breath in forearm plank, inhaling. And then lower the hips down, exhaling. Broad chest, reach the legs back, inhale. And then start to lift up maybe, or you can keep your elbows on the floor, either way. Take another full inhalation. Exhale, full breath out, come all the way down so that you can rest. Rest for a moment. Rest for a moment and just abiding with those qualities of wakefulness, clarity, openness, honesty. And sensing what gets in the way. Take another full exhale here. And then from here, we're going to rise into tabletop and then either child's pose or downward facing dog. So you choose. You can do a little bit of both. That's also fine. So down dog or child's pose, and take your time. You might be pedaling your feet. You might keep your knees bent. See what works. Where can you take your seat? Come back to the breath, and really what it is sensing the power of having a body, a mind, a heart with which to act and move through the world. You just start right here. Take a full breath, bowing the head, lifting the belly, reaching through the arms, legs, and spine. If you're in child's pose, in your next few breaths, you might briefly come through downward dog. We're going to finish dog pose with an exhale. And then walk the feet to the hands, hugging the legs in. It's okay if they're bent. And lengthen them, look up, breathing in. Exhaling, bowing all the way down, breathing out. Inhale, rising, lifting the arms and looking up, breathing in all the way. And then just bring arms to your sides, exhale. Excellent. Let's bring the palms together. Inhale here. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward, exhale. Good. Let's inhale, lift and reach up and overhead. And then exhale, lean to the right. Maybe leaning to the right, hugging and grounding with the legs. Take another full breath all the way out. And then let's inhale, rise all the way back up. And exhale over to the left. So just a side bend. Another full exhalation. Inhale, rise all the way. And then just release the arms as you exhale. We're going to do just a few half sun salutations. So the sun salutation, it's this kind of flow between a really kind of wide open, spacious, embodied presence and a really humble, reverent presence. So let's take an inhale, reach up, maybe lean back, even look up. Expand it, exhale, bow forward over the legs all the way. Inhale, hugging in, lengthening, looking up. Exhale, bowing all the way down again. Inhale, standing up, reaching up, looking up, full breath in. And exhale, just bring arms to your sides. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching up, lean back, get spacious, look up. Exhale, bow forward, really a humble gesture, bowing all the way down. Lengthening, looking up, inhaling. Exhaling, folding deeply again. It's okay if the knees are bent. Inhale, rise and lift the arms and look up, full breath. And exhale, arms to your sides. One more of these, please. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, rise, lift the arms and maybe look up. And exhale, arms to your sides. Just standing in Tadasana, which is, we call that mountain pose sometimes. Right? Just fully awake, abiding here, just taking your seat in the present moment. We're going to build on that sequence. So let's inhale, lift the arms, maybe palms touch, look up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs all the way. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, step to high plank, both feet back. You can move from high plank right into up dog, inhaling, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Up to you if you want to include chaturanga there before up dog, you decide. When you get to down dog, if you ever need to rest in child's pose or tabletop, do that. Wherever you are, just breathing. Let the head bow down. Let it be a really expanded but reverent, humble gesture, this position, down dog or child's pose, wherever you are. Take another full exhalation. As you inhale, bring the feet to the hands, hug the legs in, lengthen and look up. And exhale, bow all the way down over the legs, deep bow, heavy head. Inhale, rise and lift the arms and look up, full breath. And then exhale, just bring the arms down. We'll do that again. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Full, deep, spacious breathing. Maybe child's pose. Just see where there's resistance. As you arrive in the moment, just see if there's resistance, discomfort. What would it take to either abide or soften it? Stay awake. Take another full exhalation. And then bring the feet to the hands, hug the legs in, lengthen and look up. Exhale, bow over the legs, head comes all the way down. Inhale, rise, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, arms to your sides. One final round like that. Inhale, reach up, maybe lean back, look up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, lengthen, looking up. Exhale, step to high plank or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Full deep breathing. Maybe child's pose. Right, sensing really the power of the body, the mind, the heart, showing up together. Take another full exhale here. And then feet to the hands, hug the legs in, lengthen and look up. Inhale. Exhale, bow over the legs all the way. Rise and lift the arms. Inhale, maybe lean back. And exhale, arms to your sides. I'm going to keep building on that with a version of Sun Salutation B. Start by bending the knees, lifting the arms, inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, bow over the legs all the way. Inhale, just come halfway up, breathing and hugging legs in, lengthening. Fingertips down, right foot back. Just stay low. Inhale, sink the hips, broaden the chest into a low lunge. Exhale, step to high plank. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into down dog. Full deep breath, heavy head, light belly. As you find your next inhale, reach the right leg all the way up. As you exhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands, up on the left toes. Inhale, sink the hips forward, lift the gaze. And exhale, step and fold over the legs all the way. Inhale, just lengthen and look halfway up. Exhale, bow down again. So we're going to lift into Utkatasana from here. Bend the knees, lift the arms, inhaling, and then back into standing as you exhale. Again, inhale, bend the knees, and lift the arms and look up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, hugging and lengthening, looking up. Exhale, fingertips down, left foot back. Sink the hips forward, broaden the chest. Inhale, that low lunge. And then exhale, step to high plank. Inhale, lift into up dog. Exhale, roll into down dog. Full deep breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. So how can you meet yourself wisely, kindly in this moment? How can you move and breathe in a way that honors that? It's that call to action, that call to service that we get with awakening. Let's take another full exhale here. And then bring the feet to the hands, lift the left leg up and back, inhaling. Exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. And then inhale, sink the hips forward, lift the chest up. And exhale, step the right foot forward, fold over the legs. Come halfway up as you inhale. Bow all the way down as you exhale. Bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana, inhaling. And then back into standing, exhale. So we're going to do 2 more cycles with a little bit of variation. So start again by bending the knees, lifting the arms, inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs all the way. Inhale, hugging and lengthening, looking up. Exhale, fingertips down, step the right foot back, up on the right toes. This time, let's climb up onto the left thigh and pause. So hands on the left thigh. You can use an inhale to lift the arms if you wish. And then with your exhale, left arm can drop down. Lift up through the right arm, reach back into the right foot, and then lean to the left. Take another full exhale here. And then inhale, lift the left arm, maybe look up. Exhale, hands down, step to high plank. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into down dog. Full deep breath here. Just 2 full breaths. Good. Let's inhale, press, lift, and reach the right leg up. Exhale, pull the right foot between the hands up on the left toes. Climb up onto the right thigh and pause with an inhale and an exhale. If you feel steady on your feet, then you might choose to rise and reach up. And this time the right arm would drop down. You lift and reach back through the left leg as you lean to the right. Take another full exhale here. And then inhale, lift the right arm, maybe look up. Exhale, hands down, left foot steps forward, fold over the legs. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, deep bow, lift the belly as you bring the head all the way down. Let's bend the knees, lift the arms, inhale, Utkatasana, any amount of bend in the knees. And then back to Samastitihi or Tadasana, exhale. One final time, inhale, bend the knees, lift up. Exhale, bow all the way. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, climb your hands up onto your right thigh and pause. And then you can inhale, lift your arms. This time we're going to take a twist. So palms in, left elbow maybe to the outside of the right thigh. Draw in below navel, broaden the collarbones, twisting to the right. Breathe here. Take another full, deep exhale. And then release the twist and lift the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, step to high plank. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into down dog. Last part of this flow. Bow the head. Let's take 2 breaths. Really just knowing yourself in these moments, sensing deeply inside. Let's take the left leg, reach it up, inhale. And then exhale, pull the left foot between the hands up on the right toes. Climb up onto the left thigh as you inhale. Exhale, pause. Let's lift the arms overhead if you wish, inhaling. This time for the twist, palms in, right elbow to the outside. Right elbow to the outside, grounding into both feet, drawing in below navel, broadening collarbones. Take another full exhale here. Use your breath in to release the twist, maybe lift the arms. And then exhale, hands down, step the right foot forward, fold over the legs. Inhale, come halfway up. This time as you exhale, you just fully bow. Let the head come all the way down. Notice if there's resistance. Can you soften it? Next time you inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, reaching up Utkatasana. We're going to hold Utkatasana, bring palms into the chest. As we've done before, we're going to keep the palms touching, outstretch the arms. Inhale here, exhale, turn to the right, tap the left forearm to the right thigh. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, turn to the left and tap the right forearm. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, turn to the left. One more time each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the left. Good, let's reach overhead. Inhaling, look up. And then exhale, just fold over the legs. We're gonna hold our standing forward fold for a few breaths. So I'm gonna take my feet about hip distance apart and grab opposite elbows, but you can explore this in other ways as well. So again, this is your opportunity. Show up in the present moment and exercise that power to act right here. What would be useful to you right now? Can you take that appropriate action, that wise action, that open-hearted action? After your next exhale, you might release your arms if you were holding opposite elbows. And then let's just rise all the way. So I'm going to kind of rise slowly, one vertebrae at a time, and then reach the arms up, kind of unfurling, looking up. And then just bringing the arms down, exhaling. So let's step wide on our yoga mat, feet wide apart. And I'm going to outstretch the arms just for a breath, just to really take up some space with your body. So arms outstretched, feet wide, pressing into the feet, broadening the collarbones, inhale. And then just bring hands to hips, exhaling. We're going to turn our feet towards the right foot and inhale again. So you just affirm yourself right here. Take your seat, stand up tall. Exhale, slide down the right leg for Utthita Trikonasana, so extended triangle pose. There's not one way to do this pose. You can have a bent knee, you can have a straight leg. You don't have to get to your toe or the floor. You might get to your toe or the floor. Left hand can stay on the hip or reach up. Gaze can be steady any which way. Maybe you choose to look up, maybe you choose to look down or straight ahead. Find your breath, right? Arrive here. What would it take to be fully awake in this moment? Just entering the moment with clarity, with honesty, that open-hearted presence. Take another full breath, inhaling. And then we'll bring left hand to left hip and look down as we exhale. As we often do, shifting into Ardha Chandrasana, bending the right knee, pressing off of the left foot to lift it up. Helps to take a steady gaze with your eyes. Use your right fingertips on the floor. Maybe you reach your left arm up, maybe not. Abiding with the unsteadiness here. This is challenging. Can you stay awake, which really means staying responsive and engaged? Take another inhale, and then left hand to hip, touch the left foot down, exhale. Responsive and engaged, but not rigid or hardened in any way. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms outstretched. And then exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, turn the feet to the left. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Exhale, start to tip over that left leg. Just tipping over, take your time, find your way down to Utkatasana Trikonasana, whether the leg is straight or bent, whether you grab the toe or touch the floor or just touch the leg. Right hand can stay on hip or right arm can reach up as you expand the chest. Take a steady gaze with your eyes. So all of these gestures just of our intention for wakefulness, for clarity, for honesty. And then sensing what arises, really that call to action, that call to service, to just do what we can. Take another full breath, inhaling. And then let's bring right hand to hip, look down at the left foot, exhale. We're gonna bend that left knee, shift weight onto the left leg, press and lift the right leg, inhale. Ardha Chandrasana, opening up. So it's a similar shape to Utkatasana Trikonasana, but it's less grounded, less steady. Can we abide? Take a breath, less resistance, more spaciousness. One more, inhale. And then right hand to hip, touch right foot down, exhaling. And inhale, rise all the way up, arms outstretched. Exhale, bring hands together behind your back. Feet parallel, breath in, reaching the chest up, inhaling. Exhale, bowing forward over your wide legs, come all the way down. Heavy head. If you need to let go of the arms and touch hands to the floor, do that, no problem. Inhale and exhale. Let's take one more full breath all the way out. And then as you inhale, let's rise all the way up and outstretch the arms. Full breath in, good. Exhale, step back to the top of your mat, feet together, arms down. One more very familiar standing balance will be Vrikshasana, tree pose. So let's begin with the palms together in front of the chest. Palms together, feet on the earth. Take a steady gaze with your eyes. So just right here, again, it's this gesture of taking your seat again and again in every pose. Taking the seat of wakefulness, of uprightness, of engagement. Let's lift the right heel as you inhale, turn the right knee and toes out as you exhale. So we're starting the process of Vrikshasana. You could stay right here. You could lift your foot anywhere above or below your left knee. And then hug the legs together. Draw in below the navel, broaden and rise through the crown. Really an upright, dignified, but humble gesture. You can stay right here or reach the arms overhead. You can keep your steady gaze, or maybe you take a risk and look up. Gaze up towards the sky. Keep breathing. It's okay to be shaking, wobbling. Take another full breath, inhaling. Bring palms back in, exhaling. Release the right knee in front of you, inhaling. And then foot down, arms down, exhaling. Pause for a breath. So the uprightness, the engagement, as I said a minute ago, it's not rigidity or hardening. Right? The uprightness, it has a quality of open-heartedness, spaciousness to it. Let's bring the palms together. Settle the gaze. And then let's lift the left heel, turn the left knee and toes out. You might lift that foot above or below your right knee, or you can stay right there with the toes on the floor. Hug the legs together, draw in below navel and rise through the crown. You can stay right here and breathe, abide, or you can reach your arms overhead. You can even lift your gaze if you wish. Just find your breath. Find your way into the present moment, however you get there. Let's take another full inhale and then palms in as you exhale if they left. Inhale, let's lift the left knee, and exhale, bring the left foot down to meet the right foot. Good, let's take an inhale, lift the arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, bow over the legs all the way. Inhale, just lengthen and look up. Exhale, step to high plank. Inhale, lift into up dog. Exhale, roll into down dog. Take a breath or two here. So we're going to revisit side plank. You can do this from hands and knees, from tabletop, or downward facing dog. So we're going to balance on the right hand first, which means that if you're on your hands and knees, you would stretch your left leg back, drop the foot, and balance on the right knee and the right hand. If you're going to come from downward dog, you just roll into side plank on your right hand and lift the left arm maybe up and overhead. So either way, either right knee on the floor or right knee lifted. Find your way here. Sense the power of the body, the heart, the mind. Take another inhale and then back to either tabletop or downward dog as you exhale, and full breath in and out, just pausing. So we're going to balance now on the left hand, and that could be either left hand and left knee, or it could be just left hand and left foot. So rolling open either from tabletop or down dog, and breathing. Wholeheartedly with the breath, showing up, taking your seat wherever you are right here. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, either back to tabletop or downward facing dog. And then one more full breath in, just opening everything up. Let's exhale, come into child's pose. So you either touch your knees down and sit back, or if your knees were already on the ground, just sitting back. Bowing the head and resting. Just resting for a moment. Softening any resistance here. Anything that obstructs your clear view of the present moment. Anything that obstructs your contact to the heart. Let's take another full exhale wherever you are. And then we'll rise up and take our seat now with our bottom on the ground and our legs outstretched. So let's start with Janu Shirshasana A, which means we'll bring sole of the right foot to the left thigh. And then sometimes it's useful to place your palms down on your left thigh. Take a breath in. So you're just taking that breath to kind of affirm yourself right here to rise up through the crown. And then sliding the hands down the left leg as you exhale and folding into Janu Shirshasana. So bowing over the left leg any amount. And I like to let the gaze be down at the earth and the crown lengthening to the toes. And again, find your legs hugging in, drawing in below navel and broadening the back here. Take another full deep exhale. That quality of inner awareness and transformation, that practice of self-study, right? Really listening and abiding with yourself in these moments. Knowing where you resist, where you kind of turn away. Take another exhale. Take a lengthening breath, looking up, inhale. And then exhale, rise all the way up out of the pose and release the right leg. So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side, folding the left foot into the right thigh. And again, one way to do it, you might interlace your fingers on top of your right thigh, sit up really nice and tall. Inhale. And then exhale, start to slide and lengthen down over the right leg for Janu Shirshasana A. Breathing here, folding any amount. Come back to the breath. And it can be just these moments where you sense really the power of your body, your mind, your heart, what that can mean in the world. Take another full exhale here. Take a lengthening breath, looking up, inhale. And then exhale, rising and releasing that left leg. We're going to take a seated twist. So let's walk our feet in so they're on the floor. And then we'll take the left foot and bring it underneath into the outside of the right hip a little bit. And then right foot either slides in towards the left shin. Maybe it steps just to the outside of the left knee, either way. Left hand on right knee, or maybe hugging the left elbow to the right knee, and right hand behind you, gazing over the right shoulder, breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Take another full exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, release the twist. Walk the hands back, right foot on the earth, left foot on the earth. And then switching sides. So right foot comes underneath into the outside of the left hip. Left foot can stay right there on the ground in front of the right shin, or it can come to the outside of the right knee. And then we can hug or hold the left knee with the right hand, left hand on the floor behind you. Inhale. So you really affirm with that inhale, you arrive here with a broad chest, really dignified, spacious. Exhale, just softening, gazing to the left. Abiding here with awareness, breathing. Just sensing even in a way the power of your inhale, your exhale, that simple and automatic action from the inside. Take another full exhalation here. Turn the gaze forward, inhaling, and release the twist, exhaling. Let's walk the hands back, feet on the earth, and maybe you tip your knees to the right, tip your knees to the left a time or two. Okay, so we're gonna, before we lie down, we're gonna enter Navasana for a moment. So you might place your feet on the yoga mat, maybe heels of the hands on the knees, broad chest, and stay right here. You're welcome to lift your feet and maybe hold your legs or reach your arms. You're welcome to straighten your legs. Any way you wish, right? Find your appropriate level of engagement here where you can continue to breathe and stay present, stay awake to the breath, the body, the heart. Take another full breath. Inhale. It's okay to be shaking. It's okay to be uncomfortable. Take another breath in and then hug the knees in, roll all the way down onto the back. Exhaling. Take your time. I really like to make that a long, slow movement, hugging the knees, maybe rocking gently or circling the knees. And just pausing, abiding for a moment. Okay, let's touch the feet to the earth. Touch the feet to the earth. A couple more rounds of bridge pose. So arms at your sides, feet on the earth. Inhale, lift the hips up. You might choose to rock your upper arms under you and interlace your fingers. You might not. So you show up, listen inside, sense who you are in this moment, and then respond. Take some action in this moment. Inhale again, broad chest, spaciousness to the front body. And then exhale, just lower down for a moment. Take a breath in and out, a breath out, just pausing here. And then one more time, inhale, lifting up, bridge pose, just maybe interlacing the fingers, finding your way here, just opening the front, using the strength of the legs, engaging the legs to help lift you up. Take another full inhalation, and then exhale, lower all the way down. Let's lift the legs up so that the shins are parallel and the thighs are perpendicular. Just 3 times on each side. Arms reach overhead, palms together. Draw in below navel, hug the legs together, inhale. And then exhale, lift and reach to the right. Inhale, lie down. Exhale, lift and reach to the left. Inhale, lie down. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Inhale, lie down. Exhale, lift and reach to the left. So we're going to do one more on each side. Inhale, lie down. And we're going to hold for that extra breath. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Stay here, inhale and exhale. Good. And then inhale, lie down. One more time to the left. Exhaling, curling up, reaching. Stay for an inhale and an exhale. And then inhale, lie down. Exhale, touch the feet down. Good. Let's take the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Turn the toes away from each other. Tip the knees to the right. Maybe you place right hand on belly if that feels supportive. Reach left arm overhead. And again, is there resistance? From maybe moments of discomfort or challenging moments, is there this deeper resistance inside? Some way of resisting the present moment. Take another exhale. Inhale, come back to center, switch your hands and switch your knees. So just switching sides, tip knees to the left, right arm overhead, breathing. And so you just listen for a moment. What is getting in the way of me being here? Of being supported by the earth, wide open and spacious. Take another full exhale. And then rise back to the center, inhale. Couple more things and then we're going to totally rest. Stretch the legs out onto the ground in front of you. Interlace the fingers, arms reach away from the legs. Take an inhale. And then squeeze the right knee into the chest as you exhale, or I'm sorry, to the armpit. So the right knee is hugging into the armpit, left leg is lengthening. Take another full exhale here. And then reach the right leg up, grab anywhere on the leg, inhale. Exhale, bow the head to the knee, draw deeply down below navel. Inhale, rest the head down. Exhale, release the right leg out. Interlace the fingers, inhale, arms reach away from the legs. Exhale, hug the left knee into the armpit. Take a full breath, reaching through the right leg, lengthening. Inhale, sinking the knee down. Exhale, drawing in below navel. Inhale, reach the left leg up, clasp hands onto the leg anywhere. Exhale, bow the head to the knee and just curling up any amount, however much you can. Inhale, rest your head down. And exhale, outstretch your left leg. So let's just pause for a breath. Pause and feel into the moment. Some clarity, some honesty. So we're going to rest for probably about, probably 5 to 7 minutes. So you're welcome to put your legs up the wall, to put your legs on a chair or on a bed or a sofa, whatever's around. Just having your legs elevated. You might just want to lift them up. You might not want to do that at all, and perhaps you just want to lie on your back in any way that's comfortable for you to rest. Okay, so just take a moment, listen, and then respond. Take action so that you can really, really just rest and abide here for a few minutes together. Just abiding in that clarity, that spaciousness of the present moment. As you're coming down to rest, you might close your eyes. You might exhale through the mouth. Shavasana is corpse pose. Just this wholehearted kind of surrendering to the present moment. No need to resist, no need to control, just abiding. Sensing the power of this body, this heart, this mind. To be awake in the world. So with your next few breaths, you might reach your arms overhead and maybe draw your knees into your chest. Maybe roll to one side and rest for a moment. With your next few breaths, you might rise and take your seat one more time. And so again, the gesture of taking your seat, right? Really, it's a gesture of wakefulness, of presence, of showing up in the reality of the present moment. As we close together, the closing intention, it's really a way of expressing what arises with presence, what arises with clarity, with honesty, with care. And it's really a call to service. It's a call to action that comes from the heart. So we start to sense the power of our bodies, our hearts, our minds to be in the world. So in your own way, if that resonates for you, you might sit with that for a moment. Just the sincere wish that your own practice of knowing yourself, entering the present moment, might in some way be of benefit. That you can use your power for the benefit of others in more moments. Namaste. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. It's wonderful to see everybody. And I'm gonna just, if you'd like to be here for another minute or two to talk, we're just gonna unmute you. It's always fine if you prefer to just